Imagine you just had an amazing weekend with your wife after weeks of space and no contact. She smiled at you in a way you haven't even seen in months. You made her laugh. She opened up. Maybe you even stayed the night. So naturally, you think to yourself, she's coming back. Hope is slowly being restored. Next day comes. You send her a text. Yeah, it's a little bit, hey, how are you? No response. Then a week goes by, then two. Complete silence. So naturally, you reach out saying how much, you loved your time with her and you want to hang out with her again. That was great. And then the text comes in that devastates you. I think I need more space. What did you do wrong? Did you mess up somewhere? And is there anything that you can do to actually fix it? Well, in my decade of experience as a licensed therapist and a marriage coach, I've walked thousands of men through this exact moment. And the truth always surprises them. In fact, most of what you've been told to do at this point will only make things worse. If I just described a situation you've been through or you're currently going through, then listen up. If you don't understand what's going on in her mind and her heart, you could lose the one thing you've been working so hard to rebuild. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why she pulls back after reconnecting and how to respond in a way that keeps her trust growing instead of slipping away. You'll hear from a man in our program who went through the exact spiral that I just laid out to you and the crucial feedback he got from other men in our program who successfully got their wives back and saw his changes. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna give you a step-by-step practical exercise that'll help you turn those moments of panic and frustration, not knowing what to do, into an opportunity to reconnect.
If I do all these potency actions, if I do all these things for myself, how will she see it? She's not here, she's moved out. And then she's moved to Spain, how will she see it? Then now I know the unlock. They will see it.
And then she starts wondering if she's the one who might be missing out. So let's jump in. Now, clarity will come with the first crucial thing that you need to understand. What's really going on underneath the surface when she pulls back. Now, there was a study, where neuroscientists found that when someone's been hurt in a relationship, their amygdala, the fear center of the brain, it's kind of like your alarm system. It can become overly sensitive and stay on high alert. It's like super active, Now, even when things start to feel better, her body can and still will react in danger like it's constantly coming because of that. It's not logical, right? It's a protective mechanism, an emotional process. Her nervous system is doing its job to keep her safe because she still sees you as a threat for all the years of being dismissed and all that lack of emotional safety. And that's when the emotional split starts to begin because part of her feels that spark again. She really does. But another part of her is saying, stay away from him. This is not real. You can't trust it. And we call this in our program the dual mindset or the dual mind narrative. It's this internal tug of war that many women experience in the early stages of reconciliation with their partner. Now, here's how that emotional split plays out. The first mind is the believer, This is the part of her that wants to believe in you again. She has hope. She sees the changes. She remembers all the good times, right? She lets herself slowly open up to you. This part of her craves the stability, the connection, the love. This is her higher self, I would argue. However, there's also her other mind. We'll call it the protector. This is the part of her that remembers all the pain, the nights that she cried alone, the years she didn't feel seen or heard, where she had to leave, she was stressed out, the fights, the broken promises, the emotional burden she carried for far too long. When she feels herself getting close again, this protector side of her, it shows up and says, you're not gonna fall for this again. He's just gonna hurt you. He's gonna let you down. I know, I hate the protector too, trust me. But you must have empathy for it. We'll show you how to do that in a bit. Because to you, it feels like she's playing games, right? That she's going back and forth, she's trying to confuse you, but she's really just torn. And her behavior, it's really designed just to protect herself. You have to see it through that lens. And that's why she initiates connection one day and then the next day ignores your texts. Women are fickle in nature, and so when it comes to this process, it's no different. And women are more in touch with their emotions, so they're easily swayed one way or another. So the question obviously is, which one wins out in the end? Well, we'll share that in a bit. Just know that until she sees long-term consistency from you, she will always have the protector present. You can even argue it's always gonna be there, Yours is too. And that protector will become her main narrative with you if you make this next mistake. You see, most men, they don't see that her pulling back for what it really is. They feel that warmth and then panic when it disappears, right? So you start reacting in response to her actions, her pulling away. So you'll send another text, right? You'll get funny, you'll chase, you'll recreate moments, you'll try to convince her logically, do all the things she did when she first started to pull away. So when you do that, she will go back even colder. She pulls back more and she convinces herself that your changes aren't real because you're going back because you reacted to her. Now this is all driven from the same thing. It's fear of losing progress. And I get it. It's like staying up late, working on something that finally feels good, right? You're in the zone, it's flowing. You're so proud of what you are creating in your job. And then your laptop freezes and you lose all your work. I mean, I've had those moments working on scripts or editing videos, and Premiere Pro would just shut down after 4 hours of editing. I felt sick to my stomach. Like, I can't believe I have to start over. Here's the reality though. Those reactions only confirm her doubts. When a woman is already unsure, she's in her dual mind narrative, going back and forth. Her system, her subconscious system is scanning for signs that you are not safe to trust. So when you react from fear, no matter what your good intentions are, she takes that as low value, as not giving her safety, that you aren't the man for her, and just the protector confirms its assumptions because you reacted. You see, and it's so subtle, it's nonverbal. She's reading your energy. And if your energy is speaking, saying, I need this to go away. I need this to go exactly how I need it to go. I need control. That control feels like pressure her and lack of safety, and therefore she pulls away even further. Now, one of the men in our program experienced this exact thing firsthand. After 7 months apart, his wife started warming up again. They went on vacations together. She invited him over to her house. They even talked about the hard stuff. It felt like things were finally changing. There was this moment of hope and like, oh my gosh, I'm getting her back. Like, you can imagine how that feels. But right after a recent trip, she went cold again, randomly. The text started slowing down. The invitation stopped. The wall came back up, and he did nothing wrong on the surface. So he tried reaching out. He shared a financial issue with her, trying to see, hey, let's work on this together. But she didn't even respond to that. And yeah, he was frustrated. It felt like she was just ignoring him. I mean, she was. And now he's stuck in that in-between space that so many men know. You got close, and now you feel like you're losing everything you just built. Now, this man got a ton of great feedback from the brothers in our program. And that's why it makes a world of difference when you have a real support in the moments like this. When you're in those trenches, like in those heated moments where you have to make a decision, left or right? And your emotions are spiraling. And one wrong move or one step in the wrong direction could set you back to stage one. But the very first comment was the most important one. It says, when she needs space, give her space. She needs to feel that she can breathe, that she's free to move without being watched or needed to be reeled back in again. And that freedom is what allows her nervous system to settle. Like, oh, he's not gonna smother me, okay? And if your wife is avoidant, like most women in the program, that's a core need that she has. And when you give her that space, she'll start noticing something else in your consistency. And that is the part most men skip, right? They back off physically, but inside, they're still anxious, they're reactive, they're waiting for a sign. They're like drafting a message, okay, I'm gonna send this exactly tonight at 7 p.m. or whatever it is. Have you ever done that? Right? She can feel that energy, even if you say nothing. So don't just disappear or go cold. You ground yourself and stay centered. And that's what builds safety over time. It cannot be faked. And when she finally feels safe again, which she will, that's when the wall starts to come down for good. So how do you hold that frame in those hard moments? Well, here's a practical exercise that I want to give you. It's called the cognitive reframing exercise. The next time that you are in one of those moments where your chest is tight, you're feeling it physiologically in your body, you're checking your phone constantly, you're telling yourself she's gone for good, you're catastrophizing all, maybe there's another guy, whatever the case may be. Stop, take a deep breath. This is where most men react, from fear or confusion or pressure. But that's not how you lead. So here's what to do instead. Step number one, regulate before anything else. Breathe. Feel the emotion, let it wash over you, process it, sit with it, and it'll dissipate, it'll go away. You're not pretending to be okay here. You're just choosing not to be run by panic, run by fear, run by reaction, if you will. Second step after you breathe and take time is to name the outcome that you're trying to cling to. Get specific. Is it a reply? Is it an invite? Her saying that she still loves you. What are you actually searching for by sending that text or reaching out to her? Most of the pain comes from holding on too tightly, something that you have to force, right? You're trying to force something, trying to get an outcome from her. You're trying to take value from her. Recognize what that is. The third step is to get honest. Okay, can you actually control what's going on? Can you make her do that thing that you want? I mean, will you ever get that thing from her? If the answer is, yeah, I can't get that thing no matter how much I force it, it's not these magical words no matter what I say, if I'm in this needy space, then learn that that's the truth and let it go. Because the fourth step is to ask what this really all says about you. If she never responded, if the weekend doesn't happen, if what you're searching for doesn't come, what does that mean about you? Does it mean you're not good enough? Does it mean you failed as a husband? Or is it simply another chance to double down on what you're already becoming? Are you able to still hold your peace, your path, and your purpose despite what's happening externally to you? You see, most men never stop to ask themselves these questions. They react. They force things. They go quick, and they repeat the same patterns that got them to where they were at. You see what I mean? Something has to change in order for your results to change. And pausing, asking yourself questions, not reacting, that's the change. So after you've given her space, and realize the urge to chase, what do you do with that space? A lot of guys ask themselves that. Well, the next step is what really helps you stay under control and calm under pressure. And it's also what makes her start paying attention. The fourth principle here is to rebuild your edge. And one of the guys in our program, he told us how, honestly, in the early days of separation, he would leave his phone on loud, right, at night, just in case she texted, okay? Now he stopped to go into the gym, he lost focus at work, and every decision he made was tied to the question, will this help me get her back? But after weeks of just feeling stuck, no progress, just ruminating constantly, just always thinking about her all the time, he said to himself, I'm done with letting silence decide who I am. He stopped waiting. He got up early. He started running again. He showed up stronger for the kids. He leaned into more self-development. He started planning trips for himself. He started doing passions that he lost years and years and years ago. None of these things had to do with her. And that's when something started to radically change in him first. But his wife also noticed it. He felt stronger in his body, more clever, right? More confident, holding his chest up high when he was walking. He got more attention from men and women alike. He got his feet back under him, as he said. That's what this is all about. Reclaiming your focus and rebuilding your edge. Now think back to the man you were, the one she first fell for. What was it about him that made her feel something? It wasn't that he had all the answers. It's that he had direction, discipline, and a fire in his eyes, that passion, that ability to make her feel safe, to feel led, to feel feminine. That's what she's searching for, the missing puzzle piece. None of these logical things on paper that make you a good husband. Okay, it's the emotional needs that you're providing for her because of the man that you were. So just start small. Set your alarm an hour earlier, okay? Get up, meditate, go on a walk. Set these goals for yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially. Who do you want to be? Ask yourself why you want to be that man, then ask yourself why again. Get to that purpose, because that's not only who your wife wants you to be, that's who God wants you to be. That's who the world wants you to be, your best self, to walk through life inspiring others. Just through saying hi to someone, you can lighten their day, make them feel heard and understood, okay? Just by saying hi and giving strong eye contact. You can feel that presence from a man. Very few men are able to embody that, but you can. And that's the version of you that I know is in there that has been missing over these years. It's time to wake up, right? Her pulling away is a wake-up call. If anything, you lost who you are, and that is okay, because the reason why it's okay is because right now you're gonna do something about it. By listening to my words, you feel compelled to do something, to take different action. Now, obviously, I am biased. I want you to set up a call with our team by clicking the link down below to get results like all the guys you've seen in our program.
If I do all these potency actions, if I do all these things for myself, how will she see it? She's not here, she's moved out. And then she's moved to Spain, how will she see it? Then now I know the unlock. They will see it. It doesn't matter. You're doing it for yourself, and it doesn't matter if they see it or not. And ultimately she did see it, right? So that's the beauty of it.
But if you're not gonna do that, do something else other than watching these videos, okay? Do what I say in these videos. See the changes. Stop reacting to her tests. I have a bonus step for you actually. So actually after helping 5,000 men turn their marriage around, in the last 5 years alone, I've seen one pattern again and again. And there's something powerful that it really happens when a man who was once panicking, right? And he was grasping for certainty, for signs, for a guarantee that she would come back. And instead he lets go of this idea that she can fulfill him. Okay, we call it the attraction paradox. A woman wants to feel desired. She loves feeling desired, but desired with a sense of like, I don't need you. It flips a switch in her mind and in her heart, because from a psychological standpoint, that kind of presence sends a clear signal that you have value, that like you're gonna be good without her, regardless. And the moment you let go of the idea that you need her in your life, that you could still be present, good, and live a fulfilling life without her, that's when she comes back. And it all starts with finding that internal purpose in yourself that you once had, okay? And if you want another video of another guy who saved his marriage that seemed completely hopeless, go ahead and click the link right there. Thanks for watching. Set up a call with our team, and I'll see you next one.